Hey everybody, it's Dak here from the Ed Boys, and welcome to episode 40 of our RuneScape 2007 Road to 100 mil. This is a very exciting episode. We had a goal set for this one that we would be at 40 mil by episode 40, and at the end of last episode, I started doing this little bit of agility, which is going to get us to 80 agility. So a couple big milestones are going to be hit during this one. I just have one lap to go to get 80 agility. I did manage to get 57 marks of grace, so when I'm done doing this, I'm probably just going to grab 3 more marks of grace to make it even. We're not going to be doing any more agility again, so I'd rather not have 7 marks of grace just sitting in my bank for the rest of the series. So getting those extra 3, it's really only going to get us an extra 80k. It's not that big of a deal, but at least it'll save some inventory space, and it'll kind of keep my head a little clear that I don't need to go get more marks of grace. We only have a couple obstacles left here. I'm actually very excited about this. We've been working pretty hard towards 80 agility, and now we're finally done. We have almost 2 million total agility XP. Here's our final obstacle, and we should be getting 80 agility right after I jump this clothesline. And there it is. Your agility level is now 80. Boo. Oh, that is not the right track.
Yeah, I guess that's alright.
Alright guys, now that we are finally done with agility, I'm going to grab those extra 3 marks of grace, and I'm going to meet you all in the Rogue's Den. Alright everybody, it's the last time we're going to be in the Rogue's Den. We're just grabbing 600 crystals, and then we're heading up to the Grand Exchange to go ahead and sell them, which probably is getting us to 40 mil, so this is actually a pretty important buy right here. Well, we've done this a million times, so it's not nearly as exciting as it was the first time, but now that I have these crystals, I am going to head up to the GE, where I'm going to meet you next. Alright everybody, here we are safe and sound at the Grand Exchange. Pretty big moment here. If these sell for the price that I believe they're going to sell for, then we should be above 40 mil. We're probably going to clear it pretty easily with 600 crystals. I was only expecting to get 400. We actually got a higher mark of grace count this time than we usually do. But there we go, 468k. That's definitely going to get us over to 40 mil. So let's see the stack. Put it in, and 40 mil. Not too bad. Go ahead and examine it to see how much exactly we have. Almost 40.2 mil. That's actually pretty good. But there you have it everybody. We have 40 mil at the beginning of episode 40. Now that we have 80 agility, it's going to help us out in a lot of different ways, but mainly we're going to be doing some fire orbs this episode, and it's really going to help out the profit on that. We did fire orbs before, and it was a little over 300k an hour. I have a few different ways we can add on to that I could have done before 80 agility. 80 agility was only one thing that helped us out, and if you're wondering what it helps us out with, there is a shortcut that makes the run a lot shorter. Plus, I'm going to be buying some Falador teleports, as you can see. Otherwise, how we did fire orbs last time, it's basically going to be the same. So this time, instead of running back, we're going to use a Falador teleport, and instead of using the pipe shortcut that we usually use, we now can use that spike jump shortcut, which is going to be a lot quicker. Now that I have the supplies for the fire orbs, I'm going to head over to Falador, where I will meet you next. Alright everybody, here we are in Falador, where I'm going to be doing a quick fire orb run. We bought 5,000 of them, which is going to make us just about 5 mil. I believe it's going to be about 500k an hour, but I should time it again just to make sure, but I'm fairly certain on that 500k an hour mark. I could increase it a little bit, and I'll show you how in just a minute, but I don't think I'll be doing that because it kind of takes away the little bit of AFK that this has, and as many of you know, I do like the AFK, so if there's a little bit of AFK, it always makes it a little bit better for me. Plus, this is one of the higher money makers we've done in this series. I think so far this is the most money we've gotten per hour during the series, if it is 500k in fact. As you can see, I'm using this shortcut now, this strange floor jump. It's possibly going to damage me. Let's see if it does. Yeah, it did 3 damage, so it's not that bad. We have a lot more health. Not a lot more. We have like 14 more health than we did last time we did fire orbs. So that's going to help, obviously, because we got to run through these spiders and the dragons and whatnot. I did buy some food, though, as you saw towards the end there. I got some swordfish, so if I do need to eat, I do have food when we go ahead and bank. Here's where I can show you how I could be speeding up the process. You have to use the spell on the obelisk, and I could just click like you see me doing now. I'm very bad at this, plus I'm trying to talk while doing it, so I'm probably even worse than usual. But if I were to do this often, I could probably increase it up to 600k an hour rather than 500k, but I'm really sucking at it right now, so maybe I shouldn't do it at all. Again, I'm not too good at it while I'm talking, but what I usually would do is just use the spell and right click all, as you can see it doing now. It's just doing them all for me. It's a little bit slower. If you just manually do them, you can get it to go a whole lot faster, but like I said, I like the little bit of AFK. I have some other stuff that I'm usually working on, and 500k an hour for a little bit of AFK is really not too bad for me. I really like doing nature runes, but we were maxing out at like 350k an hour, and there really isn't any AFK in that one. So right now, this is kind of on the top of the list for Moneymaker. We're just gonna do this stunt of it, though. I'm not gonna do all 5,000 and just show up, because that's like 10 hours of fire orbs. It's a little more than I expect to do in one sitting. So I'm gonna check in about halfway at 2,500 orbs. If I'm getting 500 an hour, then that'll be about 5 hours. You could get up to 600 an hour, so it could be as low as 8.5 to 9 hours. But like I said, I'm going to be doing that AFK method, so it's going to take a little bit longer. But I'm going to meet you guys when I'm at 2,500 fire orbs created and only 2,500 fire orbs to go. Alright everybody, we just hit the halfway mark on these fire orbs, and it has been going pretty well. As much as it has been about 5 hours, it really is just about exactly 500 an hour if I am doing the AFK method. It hasn't felt like 5 hours. 4 hours of agility was really killer, even though 4 hours of agility is a lot more intense than 4 hours of fire orbs. But 5 hours of fire orbs definitely hasn't felt as long as 4 hours of agility, if that has made any sense. So I clearly am enjoying fire orbs a little more than I was agility, and we're making a whole lot more money. But it's definitely worth getting that 80 agility, because it's been a lot quicker than it was before. I would even do this if it was still 300k an hour, so I'm glad that we've added a little bit to that. I'm still contemplating if I should be trying to click and make it up to 600k an hour. I probably should, but for my own personal benefit, I've decided not to. I've done it a couple times to try to see how good I could get at it. It really isn't that hard once you get the pattern down and the timing right. It definitely increases the speed, but I just can't get away from that AFK method. That's definitely always been me to really enjoy that. That black dragon just hit a 21 on me. I'm not too happy about that. It's kind of common that those things hit 20s because I'm only wearing graceful armor, but I'm over 60 health, so I haven't died yet. This is probably the lowest health I've been at in a while. It really has not been that big of a deal. The first time we did it, I think I died twice, and it was really mostly my fault. One thing I'm pretty good at is not remembering to drink a stamina potion, because I'll be at like 50% run, but it really takes more like 60% to get here. So I'll kind of blow it and run out of run right before I get in the dragons, and that's when they'll attack me. But again, it hasn't been too severe, because they'll usually only get one attack in, and if the max they've been hitting is a 21, that means I usually can survive. If I'm smart, I'll remember that potion though, and we'll really never have that problem. I also forgot to bring my anti-poison once. I drank the last dose and forgot to restock on that, and I got poisoned, but some guy here had an anti-poison and let me borrow a dose instead of making me teleport back, so that was very nice of him. I don't have his username, I didn't write it down, I feel bad, sorry about that, but thank you, whoever it was who lent me one dose of their anti-poison potion. I thought this would be a good time to give a quick thank you to a user. His username is AviYouKnow. He gave me a quick comment about how much he was enjoying the series, and he was very nice about it. He's not the first person to say something nice like that to me, but he really went all out and really didn't need to. So I just want to say thank you, Avi. That was really cool of you, and it's really nice to all of you that have been commenting and messaging me lately that you've been enjoying the series, and even the ones who have been saying you aren't enjoying the series. Everyone who's been giving feedback, I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the support, guys. Just wanted to give that quick little thanks, especially to you, AviYouKnow. That's a quick shout out. I wanted to make sure I finished this run this time, because I really didn't get to show you how the Falador teleport helped out last time. It should have been kind of obvious. It really teleports you right next to the bank that we've been using, so it saves probably like 40 seconds of running, which is a pretty big difference in the end. It really doesn't cost that much to use them. It's definitely increasing the profits. I'm going to see you guys next when we're finished with all of these orbs. Alright everybody, we're right in the middle of finishing our final load of fire orbs. This is it. This is the last 25. I really like that it was 25 per load, because it kind of made it easy to count how many we had to do and how many we were going to do, just going by 25s. We made a lot of money from this. I believe fire orb prices dropped a little bit while we were doing it, so instead of 5 mil, we're probably looking at like 4.8 mil profit, which is really not that big of a deal. 200k is a pretty good amount, but we're still making a 4.8 mil profit, so I'm very happy about that. But once I'm done with these 11 more fire orbs, I am just going to run over to the Grain Exchange to sell them, so that is where I'm going to meet you guys next. Alright everybody, here we are safe and sound at the Grain Exchange, where we're going to be selling all of our fire orbs, plus whatever extra supplies we had left over. I definitely bought too many supplies thinking that I would need more. The fire orbs might not sell right away. 5,000 is definitely a lot of fire orbs, so if needed, we will just wait on that one. If you're wondering where I'm getting some of the prices for them, especially for the fire orbs, I am looking at the OS Buddy site for this one. 1460 coins a piece is kind of pushing it, so I'm probably going to change that. But I figured I'd try it for a second just to see if they would sell. Either way, I'm pretty sure I am going to have to cut the clip and wait for them to sell. But when they do sell, we're going to be at a 4.8 mil profit, I believe. We did get 134k from the leftover supplies, so that's not too bad. If these do sell for 7 mil, which they're saying they're selling for over 7 mil, clearly we'll be at least over 44 mil because we're at 37 right now. But I'm going to wait for them to sell, and we'll see how much money we made in just a second. Alright everybody, all of the fire orbs have sold, and we did make a little over 7 mil from them. I'm going to grab those now and put this in the bank. We'll see what our cash stack is looking at. It looks like it's going to be 44 mil. 44 mil. Let's see exactly what it is though. If we're close to 45, 44.9 mil, pretty close to 45. Alright everybody, for our in-between episode thing this time, I am going to be running some nature runes. I'm going to be buying 5,000 nature runes worth of supplies, and then I'm going to meet you guys in Edgeville. Alright everybody, I'm going to start this nature rune running. It's probably going to make us about a 1 mil profit. That's 2 times in a row now that the first time we've used the large pouch, it has degraded. That's kind of strange. As I was saying, it's probably going to be about a 1 mil profit, which means it's going to take like 3 hours. Definitely a lot better than agility that we've been doing in between episodes, so a lot different pace here. This is definitely a PvP world, so I'm not going to run out into the wilderness quite yet. Just world hop. Alright, I'm going to be working on these natures for the next few hours, and that's what we're going to start the next episode with. Hope you guys enjoyed episode 40. I'm glad we reached our goal. I didn't really set a goal for episode 50 yet, though I do plan on it. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know I did, and we will see you next time. I want to thank you guys for watching today's video and helping support the channel. If you enjoyed the video, we would appreciate it if you would hit that like button and tell us what you liked about it in the comments section below. If you're looking for more videos like this one, then go ahead and join the cul-de-sac by clicking that subscribe button and follow us on Twitter at @TheEdBoys. All links are in the description.